Hello everybody, it's Thursday, time for our Lenten creative activity this week. So I'll remind you a little bit of what our devotion was about and the story that we talked about. We talked about the merchant, or the man who sold things, and he went looking for pearls, if you'll remember. And instead of finding pearls, he found one immaculate, beautiful pearl. And he sold everything so that he could have that one pearl. It wasn't what he expected, and it changed his life. And so we talked a little bit about taking some risks and maybe trying something different in order to become someone new. So today's activity is about what that parable might look like for your family. So when your family is getting together and maybe they're going on a trip or they're getting ready to just maybe go out to eat or go on an adventure of some kind, has it ever happened that you suddenly have to change your plans? I can remember times when my kids were younger that we would have a day off of school. And so I would say, okay, you guys, on Friday when we don't have school, we're going to go to the zoo. And everybody would get super excited and they'd be ready and anxious. And then we woke up and it was raining. And that kind of meant that the zoo was hard to do. You could still go in the buildings, but that's not the most exciting way to do the zoo. So our plans would have to change. Now, when families want to build up their invisible family treasures, they can go on adventures together. And that time when our plans had to change, instead of going to the zoo, we went to the Children's Museum in Omaha. And my kids had a great time. They made lots of memories that they didn't know they were going to make that day because it rained and we took a chance and went somewhere else. So what kinds of adventures does your family go on? Adventures are fun because, like I said, they create those invisible family treasures, right? Those things that we can't see but are treasured by us, like hope and love and time with our families and memories. So when we create those times where we can go on an adventure, then we're able to make memories, we're able to build trust, we're able to share our love with each other. It's not always easy. And it sometimes can require a lot of work, a lot of planning. Sometimes it requires a sacrifice. Like I talked about on Monday, maybe you already have something planned and you have to miss that thing in order to go on your family adventure. Maybe you're going to miss a ball practice, or maybe you're going to miss swim team practice, or maybe you're going to miss a play date with a friend. But you make that sacrifice so that you're able to spend that time with your family. We may have to stop doing one thing in order to create that family treasure. So I'm going to give you a list of ideas, and I want you and your family to try and choose one of these or make up one of your own pearls from this list. Things that you can do together to support each other. And you may have to change some plans to make it happen. But remember that when we take some of those risks and we make some of those sacrifices, our invisible treasures grow, and that's awesome. So here's some ideas for you. Go to a farmer's market. I don't think there's any open in our area yet, but you could make a date down the road, put it on the calendar and say, we're all going to go to the farmer's market in Blair, or you can go to the farmer's market in Omaha. Maybe there's one in Fremont. Maybe there's one in Fort Calhoun. Find one that you haven't been to before and go to the farmer's market. Another one is just to take silly pictures together. Just be goofy, be fun, and just snap away. Use your phone or use your camera. Use a tripod, maybe not, and share those pictures. Talk about how fun it was. Maybe hang them on the fridge. The next one is bake a treat and then sit down and share it. Maybe you make a batch of brownies all together. Maybe you make some cookies. Maybe you make a cake. And then you sit down and you share it together and talk to each other. Next one is eat a meal together at the table. Sometimes that's really hard because we're all busy and going in different directions, but make a plan to all sit down together and eat a meal together at the table where you can visit and talk and spend time. Another idea is play a board game. Board games are always fun. Maybe play cards, play some video games together as a family. That's fun. I know that when my kids were younger, they like to go bowling on the Wii. So try something like that. Watch a sunset. That one is pretty easy. If you're all at home and it's time for the sun to go down, say, okay, everybody outside, let's go. And just watch that beautiful, beautiful sunset that God has given us to appreciate and to watch. Watch a movie together. Have a movie night. Make popcorn. Turn all the lights off. Get your blankets. Cuddle up and watch a movie. And another one is to go on a walk. Lots of trails around here. Maybe you go on a bike ride. Do something outside in God's creation and spend time with one another. Those are just some of the ideas. You can create your own too, and you can invite others. But I think it's really important sometimes that we do things as a family, just those of you in your family. Okay, so that's it for this week. I hope you're able to create an adventure. I'm going to close in prayer now, so please fold your hands and bow your heads. Dear God, you call us to follow you, giving up things that distract us. Help us find you in the simplest of ways. God, we're ready to find you and we're willing to follow you. Amen. All right, go out there, pick an adventure, maybe change some plans, and make some of those invisible treasure memories. I love you all and I hope to see you soon. Remember, this weekend we celebrate Palm Sunday. Go ahead and come over to church on Saturday at 6 or Sunday at 9:30. I hope I see you soon. Love you all.